Like, these are really good onion rings, Pika. You've been you've been watching my cooking videos? You produce those too? Of course. Oh, we're rolling. I'm trying to have a snack, Pika. Well, hopefully everyone else brought snacks too. I don't have enough to share. Pika. Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome once again to our comics coffee table. You've made it. We're taking a break from our busy day. We're pulling up a chair to this very comics coffee table. We're going to take a break together, hang out for a spell, and talk about comic books just for a few minutes in our busy day. Taking our minds off of our minds, leaving the real world over there for just a few minutes, pulling up a chair to our very own comics coffee table. On the coffee table in my life, my friends and I would always congregate. We would talk about this and that, and there would be a stack of books, a stack of music, a stack of movies, and a stack of comic books. We were always trying to get each other to read. Hence, we meet here at our very own comics coffee table. Thank you so much. Slancha. I brought snacks, but I didn't bring enough for everyone. I got chicken fingers and onion rings. I know, a meal fit for a 12-year-old. But, I mean, what... And it's New Comic Book Day. Happy Wednesday. And you know what we're doing? If it's 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily, there's a whole bunch of us in the live chat right now gabbing about comic books, about what we're going to buy, what we're picking up, what we're avoiding, who we like, who we don't, who are the good teachers and the teachers that we hate. And oh my goodness, you got detention because you're a... Were you late for gym class, home ec? You know? Aw. And so right now, we're probably like, hey everyone, how y'all doing? And I'm at the comic book shop, and I'm looking at the shelves of new releases, figuring out what to buy. I've got the menu. I do. I've got this great webpage that I check out every week now. It's become a new Wednesday thing, and we're gonna get to that in just a little bit. Yeah, our menu. This is our daily comics coffee table talk. I am using my platform, my activism, my amplification of platforming my messagings, whatever the newspeak calls this. I want you to go back to your local comic book shop. Yes, I'm also an ordained minister, so you could also say this is my evangelizing, my pulpit. And I say to thee, get thine ass back to thy local comic book store, the LCS. Buy your supplies there. I need new boxes, new boards, new bags. I'm reboxing, reboarding, rebagging my entire collection. I need supplies. Chances are you might as well. And I'm spending my money in the brick and mortar mom and pop shops of my locality. Pre-recorded live in front of a studio audience of my stuffed animals from our Boston studios. And in Boston, in this area, I'm blessed with several, more than a few comic book shops. And I have one in particular in my village square that I go to, and I'm proud to be a part of that energy. And these brick and mortar shops survived lockdown 2020. And that was hard. It was hard enough being a business person as is. And, these stores deserve our patronage. And I know that I could be getting a price break from the, going to a big box store or even my very own online supply chain. I get the free shipping and the built-in movie network from, and I could be getting a price break and getting the supplies that I've had my eye on. Seriously, Mylars literally cost 3 times more than the polypropylenes, and so yeah, I mean, but you know what? Mylars are great. Are going to be good for your top shelf, collectibles, and those regular bags be fine too. And that's what I'm noticing from my direct experience and in my conversations with other, comics YouTube creators and people out there. So, yeah, that's my big thing. Spend your money at your local comic book shop, please. I go there once a week now. I'm there right now with you guys. Seriously, we're seeing what the new releases have to offer us today. And yes, I'm reading the show notes. Pika makes the show notes. I'm like and subscribe. Oh, that's the end of the show. All right. But anyway, yeah, like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, yeah, click on that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. Be part of this. We're growing our channel. We just broke our first 1,000 viewers, and yeah, monetization is on the horizon. That we're getting up there in our public view hours, and that's how. And one day, the world, exactly. I'd like to give the world a funny book and teach the world to read. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep in harmony. That's the song I sing. Any Mad Men fan out there? Mad Men's a good movie. It's a good show. I like these chicken fingers from down the street. You can tell that they're breaded, not frozen. These are fresh, not frozen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're taking a break. Bring snacks. Put your feet up, but not on the bloody coffee table. Use like the ottoman, please. And use coasters on the coffee table. You think I'm kidding? No. This is a coaster. I have coasters. We use coasters here. We're civilized folk. Please, yeah, no moisture rings on my nice coffee table. Hello? And don't put your dirty hat on the coffee table either. My mother would get wicked pissed at me. Don't put your dirty hat on the bar. Is that a picture? I showed her a picture of I'm at the pub, it's a pint of Guinness, and I played a beautiful food. And what I heard back from her was like, "You put your dirty hat on the bar." Ain't that cool? So here we are, a Wednesday in the month of May. In the merry, merry month of May, it was New Comics Day, and I said, what the hey, let's go down the list and see what's today. Yeah. All right. There's Tech 1072. I'm not reading that. Beautiful covers. I heard that they're, Detective Comics under the pen of Ram V. It's hit or miss, I guess. It's 40. No. Yeah, we got Dan Waters. We got Ram V, or Ram the Fifth. And Ivan Rice is on this. Wow, that must be good. There's a Solomon Grundy on this cover too, and yeah, all right. And the backup, Gordon investigates the reason sorrow can't be near Batman, and they find out the difficult way. Well, so yeah, it's a 40-page comic book, and it goes for $4.99. And I believe other comics are 22 pages. And I won't be getting that, but I might be getting Amazing Spider-Man 26. If it's on the shelf, I'm gonna get it. I haven't got a new issue of Spider-Man in years. I love Spider-Man. I actually it's 44 pages. It's at $4.99. This is the big issue that has all the notoriety. It's art by John Romita Jr., inked by Scott Hanna, and the colorist is Marcio Menez. And I think there's a lot of variant covers for this. Holy wow! If I could get my hands on that Peach Momoko variant cover, I'm not even looking at the cover art. I'm just looking at there are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 variant covers for ASM number 26. And I hope, seriously, I would there's a Scotty Young cover, of course. There's an Arthur Adams cover. Oh. Now, see, I wonder how much that would be, because that was like a $4.99. That could be $5.99. It could be a ratio variant cover with no cover price. I've seen that. I've got that. I paid, I think, $16 for like a Batman, like 133 or something. It was like a David Marquez 1 in 25 variant cover, and I just got it because I could. No other reason. Because I'm a grown up. And you never know, or that's the whole. I'm not a speculator, but that kind of stuff's fun. I think variant covers are kind of fun. I think the variant cover, quite honestly, these variant covers with the cardstock cover and the inflated cover price, these should be the direct market copies, the floppies to sell monthly, and then this supposed regular price, regular cover, perhaps that should be printed on newsprint, like an old 80s style comic book, and return to, say, a $1.99 or maybe $2.99 cover price, and those be available at spinner racks, at mini marts, 7-Elevens, gas stations, just at the cash registers, at your big box stores, and see how they sell. Like a return to a periodical publication and distribution model. Just because you knew there was a success there, aren't you losing money by not having this available at your point of sales origins and things? Why not have it both ways? Just my thought. I love my local comic book shops. But newsprint copies, you know what I mean? Those have returnability. You strip off the cover, but these direct market copies of a finer quality and a more exclusive, customer base, I don't know. I make collecting again, or, it's not gatekeeping. It's the reverse. It's about outreach, and, let's spread the message. Hey, why not print up? What you think that X-Men, like something like the Hellfire Gala, the X-Men, if you had a $1.99 price point on a newsprint edition at a spinner rack, you don't think that would sell, just by X-Men alone, and be like, oh wow, why when did the X-Men become fashionistas? Something like that. I don't know. Just my thoughts. This is what we do. We talk about comic books. This is Comic Book Shop-Style Conversation, and we're knee deep in it. There are not a lot of comic books this month. This week I'm getting. So this is a great excuse to buy supplies. I need 3 short boxes at $8.99 a piece. I need a pack of boards. That's $14.99 for 100. One acid-free, one-side coated backing boards. So that's an extra $39 I'm spending today, and top of whatever I get. Now, Clobbering Time number 3 comes out today. That's $3.99. $3.99 is about the median cover price. Its page count is 28 pages. And I've missed out on Clobbering Time number 2. I also am not falling for the internet outrage about that mutants versus Ben Grimm conversation, and those sound like Morlocks. That sounded like a Morlock 40 years ago as well. I don't know. Morlocks are just it's a keen allegory. I just leave it at that for now. We can talk more about Morlocks later. But there's Punisher number 12, Deadpool, Carnage, Doctor Strange, lots of Marvel this week. Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 32. I heard that's for $3.99, 28 pages. Which I think that's 20-ish. Is that 20 to 22 pages of story, art, panels, and then that's another 6 pages of house ads. Or centerfold, ad. Unless it's a splash page. Dr. Aphra is they're a new character. They started in the comic book itself. It's Dr. Aphra, I believe, is Darth Vader's physician. and hilarity ensues from there. And she's stuck on too. I saw her at Dr. Afra at the con I just went to. Like, are you all the Star Wars cosplayers? God bless them. I love them. Listen, I got an Imperial citation. Look at that. I was stopped by an Imperial officer, and he said, "Do you have a license to be, the Imperial permit to be live streaming this event, sir?" And I'm like, "Well, no, but I know the Emperor, Plaid Palpatine. He's one of the clones. That didn't stick. He didn't believe me, so I got cited. How many Republic Dactaries can we still use? Republic credits. Republic credits will do. No, they won't. That's great, huh? And so this guy in full Imperial blacks with the insignia and the hat, he just pulls out this pad and he writes me up and he hands me a ticket. That's the power of cosplay and the good stuff of what we do out here, man. What we do is fun. It should be fun, and we should be enjoying this fun together. And when we're in person, like when we're at I've yet to see like the big CG versus white hats rumble at a Comic-Con. Maybe is that happening? Is that on still? We all meet in the parking lot. It's gonna be like the Outsiders, Socias versus Greases. It ain't a rumble unless you rumble with me. That's right. Your friend Sully from Southie said that. Wicked pisser. Have another cuppa. Live. Pre-recorded live. This was live once. Yeah, we pre-recorded the show. You try making daily content, Chief. Pal. Tough guy. Smarty. There's another one called Sana Staros. This is another Star Wars title. This is 28 pages, $3.99. So here we go. This is our $3.99 is the new medium cover price. It's been that way, and it's I don't know. Maybe we should look at. I would say look at the advert. Like, who is this made for? Star Wars fans, ladies, the Force is female. We have this is like one of the we call this like diverse. I think there's very diverse people on the cover and written. But I would say, but look at the ads. But there aren't any real ads in comics anymore. So if you want to know who is this made for, I would always say look at the ads. That's a good tell. But lately there aren't really ads in a comic book anymore. They're always like house ads, and if they're the big two, well, it's it could be, if it's Marvel, it could be a Disney associated product, or if it's DC, it could be like a Warner associated product under those auspices. I mean, that's just internal billing at that point, and 33 digit codings with prefixes and suffixes, and there's no actual just like business to business to consumers, just helping out. It's just like, hey, an old-fashioned ad being like the bubblegum ads and the BMXs and the video games. And so those were just how I feel, where I got distracted by another comic book. That's what happens. Hey, DC Pride 2023 is out. It's 104 pages, and its cover price is $9.99. And there's a lot of different writers, a lot of different voices, and but it's not made for me. There is a Grant Morrison story in here, you know what I mean? And I hear it's a multiversity story, so that alone would be a reason to pick it up. But it's expensive, and but that doesn't usually scare me off an expensive funny book. It's about interest. It's about, will there be actual stories in here, superhero stories, or is this just more of the same? Something that, will it satisfy me as a superhero fan? there's another Dark Horse Star Wars. So there are 3 Star Wars books out just this month, over 2 publishers. Dark Horse has a High Republic Adventures. No, not interested. IDW has a Star Trek Annual 2023 for $5.99, and that's 36 pages for $5.99. And it's got a nice cover with like all these different captains, and it's an annual, so it's usually done in one. Oh, there's a Power Girl special, and no thanks. But yeah, I'd be down for Clobber in Time number 3, and especially if they got Clobber in Time number 2 back to support Clobber in Time number 3. IDW in their Saturday morning adventures, there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this is the cartoon versions of the late 80s, early 90s. These are the Ninja Turtles you're looking for. If you're not the Eastman and Laird, that's me. I mean, who I knew before the cartoon. I mean, Return to New York is American manga. It's breathtaking. All the feels. It's great. After an accidental encounter with an unknown element in the sewers of the city, the Rat King finds his ability to control the hearts and minds of rodents is waning. But in its place, he finds the ability to control reptile life, in which will totally make things harder for the heroes in a half shell. Grab a bowl of cereal and be there for part 1 of The Turtle King. Yeah. I mean, it's 32 pages for $3.99. $3.99 is the cover, the cover price these days, IDW. I've been getting these. I've been getting Dungeons and Dragons. I got the G.I. Joe. And there's another one out there. They're fun. They're nostalgic. And maybe if they had like real ads, for real things that nostalgic people like me would spend their money on instead of house ads. I mean, there's a thought, huh? There's a Vampirella. Vampirella's got great cover art. Cheeky Cheesecake. It's still out there. Like Dynamite's got those Age of Thor's covers, and there's Vampirella. Yeah, Dynamite's not afraid to do Cheeky Cheesecake, and I think that's not lost with beauty standards and with embracing healthier body standards. And I mean, that's why they're fantasy. I mean, I think, yeah, we put too much of an importance in the intersectionality of real life, things, and making things platforms and messaging and being there's room for inappropriate. That's why there's Barbarella on Dynamite. Oh, this is where I should have told my LCS, can you order Barbarella? I will buy it. If there's a Barbarella, and chances are if they only got one and I missed it, But, and there's also Tales from Nottingham. I mean, it was suggested Nottingham. Tales from Nottingham number 4 on Mad Cave. And I like buying Mad Cave books. $3.99. And I don't know. I would take a chance. I like taking chances. There's, and after that, there's a lot of comics out this week. But I mean, a lot of indies, and like Scratch Comics has Dracula The Return, Cult of the White Worm number 1 for $4.99, and I'm like, I love vampire stories. Would I buy that just out of like curiosity and taking a chance on an indie print? I would. I do stuff like that. That's how I buy comic books. There's Jungle Comics number 17 by Antarctic Press, and it's got this beautiful cover by Alessio Nocerino, and it's very cheeky. It's like a pretty girl in peril being taken off by a giant gorilla, and it's just stupid fantasy stuff. I mean, I'm into that. But yeah, there's a lot of and most of these I probably won't see on the shelves of my LCS because you can only buy so many comics to put on your shelves to sell that are going to sell. Don't, you know, the poor comic book shops don't have the ability to, you know, to throw anything that they want out there. You got to throw something out there that's going to sell. So yeah, it's going to be a light week for me. We'll see on Sunday, won't we? Tune in on Sunday, because Sunday is new release Sunday, where we go through all the new releases I bought, and occasionally also I will get a back issue or two, you know. And that's, hey, we're going to the comic book shop and spending money and time there. But yeah, I mean, lots of Marvel this week. It's like, and let's look at this Power Girl special. Continued from Action 1053. No thanks. Written by Joanne Starrer, Leah Williams, and art by Natasha Bustos. Marguerite Savage did the cover art. Yeah, it's an all girl squad. Yeah, sure. I mean, like, go for it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 different cover, 4 variants. That's cool. I mean, Power Girl variants have been really cool in the past. I mean, I've seen them. They make me want to buy a Power Girl funny book. But the Power Girl stories that were in Action Comics that I've been buying, like since 151, 152, and 153, there was a Power Girl backup, and it's kind of not made for me. It's not written for me, not made for me. I would say, once again, hey, we should open up this funny book, and we should look at its ads, and that's going to be a real showing, so, what are you going to do? Put feminine hygiene products and makeup ads in the Power Girl special? I mean, we're thinking of, like, treating it like, or looking at it like publications. Has there always been some kind of gendered split in publications? There have been men magazines and women's magazines, and then there have been neutral magazines. Time, National Geographic, you know, old Rolling Stone, and then you had something like Playboy, or even Playgirl. I'm going out on a limb, thinking like closets and coatings in the 20th century. I don't think Playgirl magazine was made for women. I don't know it. I'd have to look at the ads. You definitely would. But then there's Cosmopolitan and Vogue. There's so many women's magazines out there with the inculcated cultural beauty standards of the marketings of that time. I mean, so was it really, going back to Mad Men, I mean, was it really culture? Is culture evil for, you know, with the Greek classical sculpture and beauty standards, you know, or is this some, isn't that just what we used to call, you know, Madison Avenue marketing? You know, people trying to sell us stuff. I don't know, but I'm here for this conversation, this comic book shop style conversation. So yeah, I mean, would you say, like, you know, see in this Power Girl special, if you still had normal ads in a comic book today, what kind of ads do you think you would see in this, or something such as, you know, like a Harley Quinn magazine? Wouldn't that be the place to have your advertisements for, like, teen girl stuff? Seriously, teen girls, like, you know, they spend a lot of their parents' money, right? I mean, unless they're, you know, making their own money in their own job, you know, if they have a, you know, an after school job. I did, you know, I've been working since I was 14, and, you know, it came to a point where my mom says, I can't afford to give you money all the time. You know, you have to get a job, you know, if you want spending money. That's perfectly normal, you know. And so, you know, I had an after school job, for years. I worked in an old video store during high school in the late 80s and early 90s. I worked at a video store for like 2 years. And new releases on Fridays, and people would wait at the counter for the movies to come in, and just straight to video stuff that skipped initial release. And this was old videotapes too, VHS cassettes. This was before DVDs. Oh, what a time. And speaking of time, thank you so very much. It's time for me to get back to life. It's you too. We've taken our break. Cheers, Slancha. Thank you for spending your break time with us. It's New Comic Book Day. It's Wednesday, and we've been talking about what kind of comic books are we going to pick up today. And what are you picking up? Put that in the chat. Put that in the comment section. Keep this conversation going. What's on your pull list this week? Thank you so very much for tuning in today. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. We make daily content here. We talk comic books every day, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern's the premiere. Catch the live chat premiere. It's a great place to hang out and spend a few minutes talking about comic books. Just a couple of minutes in your busy day. Take your mind off your mind and take your break with us. Here's the Comics Coffee Table. See you later. We will see you tomorrow in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.